Tenet. Hey everybody, welcome to 24 Frames on the Fandom Podcast Network. I just came back from Tenet. This is one of the big movies of the year. We have been waiting for this for so long. I know Warner's have been banking on it, looking forward to this being one of their big releases of the year, as all Christopher Nolan movies seem to be. And yeah, I felt extremely fortunate and lucky this morning to go along and see Tenet at the cinema. Yeah. It is probably, a lot of people are going to watch this movie and go, what was the big deal about that? I found the film to be immensely confusing, and that's saying something. Look, I know Christopher Nolan movies can be, a little bit of a mind experience to try and work out what's going on sometimes. Up until now, his narratives have been, pretty clear, even though there's stuff going on, and he does like to play with time in other films. Like moments in Dunkirk and Interstellar, of course, which for me probably remains the gold standard of Nolan's films. The film looks magnificent, no problem there. The music was great. So presentation, 10 out of 10. I only saw it in standard CinemaScope at a local theatre, so I didn't get to see it in IMAX or anything like that, as Nolan loves to shoot his films. But this way, it was boring. Actually, it started out of the gate fantastic. I was on board. It was terrific, and then it just got confused into all this mumbo jumbo and the time talking and things like that. Now, I'm usually a person who can, who likes to stay with things. I couldn't make out head or tails what was going on, what they were talking about. As far as entertainment was, there was no levity in the film. Yeah, look, I get it's a serious film, but you've got to appreciate characters, and you've got to like the characters, and I didn't find any of these characters likeable. Now, Tenet has a top-notch cast, of course. You've seen who's in it. Now, John David Washington plays protagonist. I don't know if that's his name or not, but that's what they've got written here. Robert Pattinson was good. Nice to see him in something else where he's not sparkly. Look, the guy's a good actor. It just didn't do much for me here, and I got no real sense of what he might be like as Bruce Wayne either in this film. But Michael Caine's in it, as all Nolan films, and his little cameo somewhere along the line. The big bad Kenneth Branagh. Now, we've all heard Kenneth doing Russian gangsters and things like that before, and he's adequate at it. He does really well, and no character that stood out, and that's the problem with, I thought, the movie. There was no character. There didn't seem to be any character in the film, and people they're reading their lines, and it didn't feel any connection to anybody, and just was really disappointed just with it just felt really flat. Look, the visual effects were great. What there were, the time stuff was really well done. There's a freeway chase, which we've seen in the trailers bits of, and that was really really well done. Sorry, but something like we've seen in the Matrix before, which is a lot more mind blowing. So I was waiting for the moments of brilliant cinema brilliance that was going to be a game changer. And in this film, which Nolan has in the past, he made films with technical films which have been game changers for the industry, and this film just didn't really hit it with me. Look, I'm not saying I didn't hate the movie. There are moments in the film which held my attention really well, but I don't think I'm really going to be that keen to revisit Tenet in the near future. Now, we're lucky here in Australia that we've got a couple cinemas which are showing it in 70mm. So I was really keen to experience that. What I wanted to do was go and see it at the movies in a small theatre and get into the story and then go and enjoy it and experience it in 70mm. But you know what? I just don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can sit there for that amount of time again. This movie, I just don't think it's up there with his other ones. is it worth going out on a cold, dark night and braving, the perils of 2020 to do it? I don't think it is. Hey, look, out of 5 stars, I'll give it 2. And I, really don't want to be giving it that mark, but that's just how it is. And you may have a different opinion. That's great. That's all I'm going to say about Tenet. I'll be keen to hear what your thoughts are. Thanks very much, and I will talk to you on the next 24 frames. See you later.